You only need to know literally one thing to disprove Tulsi Gabbard's complete garbage lately about this Obama administration stuff. I'll just say it right now, for those of you who don't want to watch the full explanation. There is no difference in content between the December 9th, 2016 daily brief that was thrown out and the 2017 January 6th ICA report. That is to say, they do not contradict each other in any way. That is all you need to prove in order to completely debunk all of this. And I'll go through more of the lies in this document that the DNI has published. This is a government declassified document, obviously typed by Trump's DNI, so highly biased. And I can show you many places where this thing lies, right? Just objectively lies. But we'll start at the beginning, right? So we have this 2016 public daily brief. It was supposed to be released to give the public kind of an idea of what happened with Russian interference in the election. And kind of what they say is what's right in front of you. Foreign adversaries did not use cyber attacks on election infrastructure to alter U.S. presidential outcomes, right? Notice that key word there, infrastructure. This is the word that this entire document and Tulsi Gabbard would do anything to evade talking about. Because guess what? When we go down to the 2017 brief, and this is just talking about how the FBI pulled out their support for the brief because it was not good intelligence. They threw out the whole thing, and a few days later, December turned into January 2017, they published the whole ICA, right? The full ICA report, and it was much better. It included social media influence, it included cyber attacks and emails hacking, and it had all the same content, it just had more. And it could conclusively prove, this is corroborated by the Senate Intelligence Committee, that Putin was involved in this, right? And that this is a fact, right? So this is where they killed the document, right? They killed this December 9th PBD, right? Then they still maintain the message after that that Putin was involved, right? Go all the way down to early January. This is the good part, all right? The Obama administration shared its unclassified ICA with the public. It falsely alleges, based in part on further information that had come to light since the election, that Putin directed an effort to help President Trump defeat Hillary Clinton. This further information is confirmed to be the Steele dossier. All right, that last part is a massive lie, but we'll get to that in a second. This assessment suppresses intelligence from before and after the election, showing Russia lacked intent and capability to hack the 2016 election. Again, if this line right there was true, then the 2017 ICA report would report on a fact in the text of the report that Russia hacked or had intent to hack our election infrastructure. This is machines that count votes. This is what we're talking about. Not social media, not hacking the DNC, not the Podesta emails. That's all different stuff. It's a much bigger deal if they actually change the vote counts, right? So this line only matters, of course, if what I said is true. If the 2017 report completely uncorroborates the 2016 report and it's saying that they did not hack the election infrastructure. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. I have the 2017 report up right here to show you what it actually says. All right. Deceives the public by claiming the IC did not assess the impact of Russian activities. Well, that's kind of hard to assess. Impact is a very vague thing, but the IC did, in fact, assess for impact. The unpublished PBD stated clearly that Russia did not impact the election through cyber hacks on the election. All right, this is another massive lie. All right, did not impact the election through cyber hacks on the election. What they're leaving out there, what they said at the top, is the key word: election infrastructure. Right? They did do cyber hacks on. They did the hacks on the emails. Right? They have the social media campaigns. On the election means election infrastructure. They say that word many times at the top, and then towards the bottom, they start phasing it out because they know it completely disregards this whole point. All right, so the unpublished PBD said they did not. The unpublished December PBD said clearly Russia did not impact the election through cyber hacks on the election. All right, now let's go to the 2017 one and see if it says that. DHS assesses that the type of systems Russian actors targeted or compromised were not involved in vote tallying. This means that Russians, this is a 2017 report, they said that the Russians did not target systems that were involved in vote tallying. This is what we mean by election infrastructure. Now, we didn't know, and this was in the 2016 memo as well, that they did target some voter registration databases. This is a fact. Illinois, Florida, they got through to a few of them. This is not vote machines that count votes, right? This is a very different thing. So, false. None of this is true. Let's go to the big one, all right? This is not the big one, though. No, I'm going to skip that one. Assessed Russia was responsible for leaking data while failing to mention that low confidence, whatever. They had new information, and this report apparently just doesn't consider that new information, right? We don't have access to everything. Low confidence in the 2016 report doesn't necessarily mean there has to be low confidence in the 2017 report. You cannot prove some kind of deep state lie there. Confidence changes all the time. It's a meaningless point. All right. This is a good part. The whistleblower assists in FOIA request related to the Obama ICA. Specifically, an IC officer asked the whistleblower to search for material related to the Steele dossier. It was a factor in the Obama ICA. This revelation shocks the ODNI whistleblower, who had been told Clapper viewed the Steele dossier as untrustworthy. Now, I should note that James Comey testified that under oath that the Steele dossier was mentioned in the 2017 report by the Obama administration. It was used. How was it used? It was used as an appendix as a separate kind of part of the report to assess claims that had been thrown around. It was not in the meat of the report, right? So, and this says right here, this is the smoking gun. This is Tulsi Gabbard's smoking gun. It's embarrassing. Shelby believes that this should be responded to, and this is an email. This is an email communication, right? Shelby believes that this should be responded to by the NIC as the dossier was a factor in the 2017 ICA. So they're taking that sentence. The dossier was a factor in the 2017 ICA on election interference, in which an assessment of the document was added as an annex, right? As if that last part doesn't mean anything, right? There was an assessment of the Steele dossier there, of course. And then Tulsi Gabbard takes that and then says they used the Steele dossier in the intelligence assessment report. It's like, no, they did not. And Republicans, Marco Rubio, found that this ICA report was good intelligence. There was nothing wrong with it. Multiple people corroborated this. This is not complicated stuff. So that's basically all you need to know, right? That's all you need to know. There was no Steele dossier involved in the ICA report, number one. Number two, there's nothing in the 2016 memo that contradicts anything in the 2017 memo. The key difference there is infrastructure. The 2016 memo put more emphasis on the fact that they did not get to infrastructure, but the 2017 memo spends more time on the reality of what happened instead of spending most of the time, which was in the PBD 2016 memo, just saying that this is what Russia did not do instead of what they did do. Who knows why FBI withdrew their support? Who knows if they should have released that brief? It doesn't matter. We know that the 2017 one is good intelligence, and we know that the 2016 one did not have any information that was suppressed by the Obama administration for some deep state conspiracy. So hopefully that explains it. This is really, I don't know if Tulsi Gabbard sleeps at night.